Hi everyone, welcome to the final part of our question analysis of History 12th Standard. Now let's go to the chapters. Now let's look into chapter 8. The MCQs are follows like the first question is who is the author of Ain-i-Akbari, that is Abul Fasl. Then the third part of Akbarnama, which is known as Ain-i-Akbari. And Ain-i-Akbari is divided into 5 parts. First part is the Mansil Abadi, which deals with the Royal Court of Maintenance. Then Siba Abadi, which deals with the civil and military administration. Third one is Mulk Abadi, which deals with the financial matters of the empire. Fourth and fifth part covers the religious and cultural life. The fourth question, who has written the translation of Ain Akbari? That is Henry Blochman and H.S. Jarrett. Then, which is the king who prohibited the use of tobacco in the medieval period? And that is Jahangir. Sixth one, who are Purs? Sufi saints are also known as Purs. Seventh one, the name of private land of Samindas, which is known as Milkiyat. And the eighth question is, what are Jama and Hasil? Both are different kinds of tax. Jama is assessed tax and Hasil is collected tax. And there is an instrument used to measure tax, and that is called as Jarib. The 10th question is, who did the division of land into 4? It was Akbar who did the land division into 4, which is Polaji, the land cultivated in every year. Then Paroti, that's the land left for barren at least for 1 to 2 years. Then Chachar, which is the land left barren for 3 or 4 years. Then Banjar, which is the land left barren for 5 or more years. Then the chronology. 1526 is the first battle of Panipat. 1556 is the second battle of Panipat. 1701 is the death of Aurangzeb, and 1761 we can see the final, the third battle of Panipat. Now let's look into some administrative positions that was there in Mughal period. First one is Mukadam or Mundal, which is the village headman. Then Patwari, that's the account in Panchayat. Then Diwan is the head of revenue department, and Amil Guzar is the revenue collector. These are some terms and their meanings. Like Suba is province, Kila is court, Nagdi is a tax to be paid in cash, Pahi Kashla is the landless peasants. So go through this and make an understanding of what are these terms and what is supposed to mean. Now let's go through the elaborative questions. The first one is the short note on the development of irrigation technology. In this, you have to cover the construction of canal, dams, and wells that happened during the Mughal period. Second one is the condition of women in medieval India. In this question, you have to focus on the customs that women follows and also the male dominance that existed during that particular period. Now, the third one is mention the function of village panchayat with special reference to Mukadam. The fourth one is briefly explain the foreign trade of the medieval period. In this, please discuss about the voyages and the cash economy, the coming of silver during the medieval period and all. Now it's chapter 9. In this, the first MCQs are like the battles fought during the period of 1526 to 29. The first one is the first battle of Panipat in 1526. In this particular battle, Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodi. Second one is the Battle of Khanwa, which happened in 1527, in which Babur defeated the Rajputs. Another one is the battle where Babur defeated the Afghan, and that is known as Battle of Gagra in 1529. Now there is one more battle where Akbar defeated Hemu, and that is the second battle of Panipat in 1556. The fifth question. As for the fourth one, the autobiography of Babur is known as Babarnama. Now there are other MCQs like guardian of Akbar is Behram Khan, and the architect of Mughal administration is Akbar. The term Kitab Khana refers to the scriptorium. Asiatic Society was formed by William Jones in 1784, and Akbarnama is translated into English by Henry Brevich. 11th question. What is the meaning of Salk Equal, which means peace to all? And Akbar is the ruler who abolished pilgrimage tax and jizya tax. The capital city built by Akbar is known as Fatehpur Sikri. Buland Darwaza was a monument built to commemorate the victory of Akbar over Gujarat. Now there are two different terms, Diwani Aam and Diwani Khas. Diwani Aam is the hall of audience and Diwani Khas is the hall of private affairs. 16th question is like the meaning of two terms aghas and agacha. Aghas are the wives of rulers having no status, and agachas are the concubines. And then the meaning of term Deen Ilahi, which means one God. And what are Eden and Mokha? Those two are the ports which is located in the Red Sea. And Gulbadan Begum is the author of Humayun Nama. Now it's the final part of this chapter, that is the elaborative question. First one is the explain the production of chronicles during Mughal period. In this you have to focus the points like commission of Mughal rulers for the production of chronicles, then use of languages like Turkish and Persian. In this you have to mention the shift of Turkish to Persian language. Second one, short note on Akbarnama, in which you have to mention about the author Abul Fasl and 13 years to draft this particular document, and the actual record of events are mentioned in this document, and also the division, like it was divided into three and Ain Akbari was the third part of that, and the language which is used to written this particular book. Third question is short note on Badshah Nama. Fourth one, explain about Mughal court. In this, please include the points like Daroga Darshan, Diwani Aam and Diwani Khas, and furthermore. Fifth one is about the imperial household. In this, mention about haram, polygamy, begums, agachas, meher, role of queens like Jahanara, Noor Jahan, Gulbadan Begum. Also mention the contribution made by these queens in the administration process. Sixth one is the provincial administration of Mughals. Mention the points like Suba, which is controlled by Subadar, and Sarkasas under the control of Faujdars, and the local administration unit Pargana, and Persian language as the language of administration, and so on. So these are the elaborative questions which may come in your exam. So please go through these questions again and make a proper answer for everything. Let's deal with the questions from chapter 10. Who introduced a permanent settlement, that is Lord Cornwallis, and 1757 was the Battle of Plassey, and it was fought between Robert Clive and Siraj-ud-Dowlah. Battle of Buxar happened on 1764, and Jotedas are known as the wealthy peasants. Let's go through some chronology. 1765, British got the Diwani rights. 1773, Regulating Act. 1770, there was a famine in Bengal, and 1793 is the permanent settlement. It's the final part of this particular chapter. There are 5 elaborative questions. First one is like the features of permanent settlement. Include the points like the role of Zamindars and Governor General Lord Cornwallis, and also mention sunset law and the measures taken by the company to control these Zamindars. Second one is a very important question, that is the short note on Jotedas. Include the points like they were rich peasants from Dinajpur district of North Bengal, they had a control over the local trade and the role of sharecroppers, and what were the powers of Jotedas and how they were against the Zamindars. Also mention about the different names of these Jotedas like Mandal and all. Third one is the description about Paharias. So include points like they were the hill folks and the lifestyle of Paharias and the raids were conducted by the Paharias. Also mention the policy of pacification by British with the Paharias. Fourth and fifth one was like short note about Rayatwari system and also the Deccan Right Commission. The 11th chapter. First question, who is the first martyr of Indian independence? It's Mangal Pandey. Bahadur Shah II is the last ruler of Mughal Empire. A cherry will fall in our mouth one day is quoted by Dalhousie about Awadh province. Fourth question is, who was the last Governor General and first Viceroy of British India? That's Lord Canning. And the first war of independence is the revolt of 1857. Now the rulers and the province they ruled. Rani Lakshmi Bai is from Jhansi, Begum Hasrat Mahal is Lucknow, Kunwar Singh is Ara, Maulavi Ahmadullah is Faziabad, and Bahadur Khan is from Bareilly, Nana Sahib is from Kanpur. These are some initiatives taken by the British people, like Doctrine of Lapse, and it was headed by Lord Dalhousie during 1848 to 1856. Then Subsidiary Alliance, Lord Wellesley, 1798. And there is Abolition of Sati, which was by William Bentinck in 1829. And Rabindranath Tagore played a huge role for the abolition of Sati. The elaborative question, it is about the 1857 revolt. So the questions may be like, what are the reasons led to the 1857 revolt, and also the cause and effect of 1857 revolt, and you have to include points like political causes or like subsidiary alliance, doctrine of lapse and all, then social and religious causes like racial arrogance, abolition of sati and all, then religious conversion, and there were economic causes like economic exploitation, ruin of old semindas and all. Then there are administrative causes like no Indians were appointed in the higher position, and the corruption of rulers. Then there were military causes and immediate causes. And also there may be questions like why this 1857 revolt is known as the first war of independence. So like all these questions may come, so please pay attention to this. Chapter 12. First question is the father of Indian National Congress, that is A.O. Hume, and who is the political guru of Gandhiji, that is Gopal Krishna Gokhale. And Gandhiji made his first public appearance in 1916 in the Banaras Hindu University. Champaran Satyagraha in 1917 was Gandhiji's first experiment of Satyagraha in India. And fifth one is like, who wrote India Wins Freedom Back, the book, and it was written by Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. The biography of Gandhiji is written by T.G. Tendulkar, whereas the autobiography of Gandhiji is written by Gandhiji himself. Who gave the title Mahatma to Gandhiji, and that is Rabindranath Tagore. And these are some leaders and their place of origin. Garibaldi is from Italy, George Washington is from USA, Ho Chi Minh is from Vietnam, and for Mahatma Gandhi, he is from India, who is also known as the father of our nation. These are some important dates, so go through this. Like 1885 is the formation of INC, 1919 is Jallianwala Bagh tragedy, 1922 is Chowri Chowra incident. This may come in match the following or for one more question, so go through this and study the important one properly. The elaborative questions may like short note on INC, in that you have to mention the role of A.O. Hume, W.C. Banerjee, then also focuses on moderate era, extremist era and Gandhian era of the INC. Then there may be questions about the description for partition of Bengal, in that you have to mention the role of Lord Curzon and how Indians boycott the foreign goods and the emergence of Swadeshi movement, Surat split, Lucknow Pact and the Home Rule movement and so on. Third one is like short notes may come on different satyagrahas and protests held by Gandhiji like Champaran Satyagraha, Ahmedabad Mill Strike, Kheda Satyagraha, Jallianwala Bagh protest, civil disobedience movement, Khilafat movement and non-cooperation, then quit India, Salt Satyagraha. All these may come for like short notes or like maybe as an elaborative answer, so please pay attention to this part. It's the last chapter, that is chapter 13. First question is like two nations theory was proposed by Muhammad Ali Jinnah, and reform mentioned about the separate electorate for Muslims is like Mindomoli reform in 1919. Then Dayanand Saraswati was the founder of Arya Samaj in 1875, and Hindu Mahasabha was formed in the year 1915. The term Pakistan is coined by Chaudhry Rahmat Ali. Sare Jahan Se Acha is written by Muhammad Iqbal, and Aisha Jalal is the author of book Jinnah the spokesperson. Then elite Hindus of Bengal was called as Bhadraloks, and the film which is based on the partition of India was Garam Hawa. The formation of Bengal was based on the Simla Agreement of 1972. There are some books and their authors. Punjab Century is written by Prakash Tandon, and Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad is the author of India Wins Freedom. Train to Pakistan is written by Kushwant Singh. Dr. Krishnadev Singh is the author of Love is Stronger Than Hatred, and the final one, The Other Side of Silence, is written by Urvashi Potalia. Elaborative question may come from the partition part, and the questions may be varies from reasons to the condition of communities during partition, like condition of Hindu communities, women, and the Muslim communities. All these may come. Then may be a question like cause and effects of partition and the formation of two nations theory, the contributions of leaders during the partition, and also partition. It's a very important portion in your exam, so focus on partition also. Now it's the time to wind up. I hope everyone had a good time. So I hope this session was very helpful to you. And thanks for watching Think Socio. Please stay tuned and we will be coming with more videos like this. All the best.